In this video, we will have a look at the different concepts that we used to change our life and to go from a very stabilized life that was quite okay to quite an amazing one. And I believe you can do the same. So just a little bit of background about myself. I'm 64 years old. I have an honours degree in anthropology and I majored in psychology. I spent 2 decades in corporate life as a human resource specialist. I did the entire cycle, the entire employee cycle, from interviewing all the way through to dismissal. If you do hear some now in the background, that is one of our cats. We have 4. You may also hear our pet chicken. His name is Chicken Noodle. We had a good life when I worked in corporate. It was that perfect bubble where you get up in the morning and you just go to work and you're like a hamster on a wheel, and it just never ends. So you're in this perfect comfort zone. So as we go along, I will also explain some of the concepts that we used to change our life. And the first one is comfort zones. It's extremely important because if you find yourself in that perfect bubble, within that perfect bubble, nothing changes. There's no growth, there's no learning, there's absolutely nothing because you feel too comfortable. Learning only happens when we get out of that comfort zone, like me now, sitting here in front of a camera, learning a new skill. So we were pretty much stuck in that perfect bubble. And it was waking up in the morning, going to work and coming back, and your skills are at such a level that you really don't feel to improve yourself at all. It's pretty nice. However, it's also a fallacy, because if you really want to become your best self, it is necessary to climb out of that bubble into another comfort zone. But in so doing, there will be a lot of fear, there will be a lot of disbelief, there will be a lot of I don't trust myself, there will be a lot of I don't believe that what I'm going to do will be successful. And that's only you, and that's all your negative self-talk. And now I'm not even talking about if you start listening to others. What will eventually end up is you will just go into a victim mentality and just continue being negative. So in this perfect comfort zone, I was sitting in my corporate office and I had a Friday afternoon meeting with a guy about business. So he came in and was 15 minutes late. So from a corporate point of view, you're very disciplined and somebody needs to keep to the specific time. So he said, I'm sorry, it's my old yachty style that makes me slightly late. I had no idea what a yachty was. So I asked the guy, I said, so what do you mean by yachty? And he said, no man, like 7 years ago, I purchased a small boat and I crossed the Atlantic Ocean. And I frowned and I told him, I said, I don't think that's possible. And he said, yeah, sure man, it is. Next time around I'll bring an album and show you all my photos. And I was dumbstruck. I really was. I had no idea. Now, this leads me into the other concept that I would love to talk about, and that's the concept of awareness. just purely by the fact that I wasn't aware of what this guy was talking about, opened up an entirely new world. It actually led us to also cross that ocean. Myself and my wife in a very, very small boat. It's quite a big ocean. And on this channel there'll be a lot about that and how we succeeded in doing so by just using concepts. The concept of awareness is extremely important, because if you don't know about a thing, you will totally be left out. As soon as it comes within your awareness, it will give you the opportunity to start to do research, and in that process you will already start to change. Now, he told me that, hey mate, what are you going to do? Are you just going to continue climbing this corporate ladder forever? Or why don't you just resign, sell everything, buy a small boat and go overseas? So this was quite a lot. I went home and I told my wife, I said, you know, this is what this guy said. What do you think about it? And she said, it sounds quite feasible. And I would love to do it, because I've always wanted to go and see how others live and to also experience other cultures. So that was the second bucket of ice water in my face in one day. So I was quite intrigued, and I started doing some research, and I found out that what the guy said was actually true. There was a lot of people out of our country that just upped and left. They purchased small yachts and they crossed the Atlantic Ocean. So it's pretty amazing to know that that you need to be aware of something, and as soon as that comes into your sphere of awareness, then you can take immediate action. The other skill that is very, very important is the skill of focus. It is necessary then to concentrate your entire being on what you are trying to accomplish. It is necessary to focus in on something like a walk. I slept, ate, drank, yachting from then on. I tried to get my hands on everything that I could. Remember, this was in a period where things wasn't just Googleable. Now it's very, very easy. You just go to Google and that's it. But for us, that was not possible. We also, through a process of affirmations, which I will also make videos on in this channel, through that process we decided to actually take action, and in 1999 we did leave South Africa, and we spent 11 years all in all chartering and cruising overseas. So as I said, on this channel there will be a lot about that. I want to remind you that just because my example is that of starting a new life by going from a corporate environment into buying a yacht and crossing an ocean, that doesn't mean that none of these concepts will apply to you. As a matter of fact, all of them will, because this will be the process of just starting a new life. In the channel I'll also go through a lot of management skills, interpersonal relationship skills like empathy and probing. I will talk a lot about affirmations. We will also concentrate on beliefs, where our beliefs come from and why it's so important to change those beliefs if you want to change yourself. I'll also look at perception, and I'll also look at truth, and together with that quite a lot of other stuff. I would love for you to be a part of this journey. This to me is again starting a new life. And I would hope that through my experience that I'm going to share with you, you will also consider doing that. So please subscribe. I would appreciate that a lot. It will give me the confidence to see that what I'm trying to do does have an audience. So for now, thank you, love you, and keep safe.